Hello, ladies and gents. Back with a T29, one of my favorite Tier 7 heavy tanks.
Let's get this show on the road.
We're in my backyard of Canada, better known as Serene Coast, but Canada. I happen to like this map quite a bit, including its really big, huge mountain. At some point, some tank destroyer is going to figure out how to get up there, like right up there, and then he can sit there and be invisible, shoot at people. So I could see that my entire team was just gonna pretty much ignore this flank. There's only the only guys over here are really just like me and a T34 and an AT7 that kind of stayed back so far that he didn't really get to shoot at much from where he was. So I crossed the WoT, and I can see that the T43's managed to get himself stuck. Maybe not like actually stuck, but he didn't have anywhere to go. He was like half in the water, and there was a panther shooting at him. So I plug him for one, and he doesn't really have anywhere to go. So hit him again. And yeah, you can shoot at me all you want. So the panther rams him. And I'll shoot him again. And goodbye. Alright, easiest kill I ever had. I'll pull up here, see what I can see. There's El Ferdinando. I have no idea if that shot actually went in. I was just guessing, hopefully, maybe he'd stopped in the open or something. Who knows? Nope, didn't go in. He has full health. He had his 551 health there. So let's just peek around the corner here. See who's come to play. T29 is a pretty damn slow tank. But this game was nice because there wasn't too much artillery. I've had a bad couple days with artillery killing me. We're doing like 3/4 of my health like right at the beginning, so I've kind of decided I'm going to start being more careful, and that kind of paid off a bit in this game. So we'll pull up here, see what I can see. Looks like everything's just dead. Well, the Ferdinand's almost dead. Not much to shoot at over here at the moment. Got the back end of the T25 too, showing a little bit, but it was so small that I would have got really lucky to pin him from, I don't know, about 300 meters away. So things are looking kind of okay at this point. I mean, we're winning 6-5. And you'd figure with all the tanks that we had out north, or not north, but in the west, that flank was good. At least that's what I thought. So almost had a shot at this T21 here, but not quite. He's a little bit too small of a target for me to be sniping at him. But our T34, he's got a sniper tank. So he's going to pull out into the open here. And unfortunately, I did not get that guy. That hit the dead body of something in there. It's a bit unfortunate, but our T34 just got waxed by the T29. The T29 on their team was a pretty good player. He's a 56% player I checked after. And he was pretty much the tank that I was up against on my side of the field here. So I'm just hanging out here, making sure that no one takes his flank. And I'm trying to get around the corner so I can get a shot at the lion, but wasn't really great. So instead I'll just shoot this broadsided IS. I'll take shots like that any day of the week. That was just awesome. Oh, gonna pop out again. Oh, and he's gone. But this guy's gonna pop out for me. Kill he's tracked. But he repairs his track. And I bounce a shot from the T29. And I'm gonna see if I can secure this guy, but I'm not gonna reload in time. And by the time I really don't really like that shot went in, but it did. So I got clipped by the T29 a little bit, but I still got a lot of my health left. So I still don't have a great shot at the lion, but he dies. And I feel a little bit useless over here, but I was pretty much just holding this flank by myself. I mean, it was the AT7 a little bit behind me, but... And now I'm looking at things and I'm like, okay, I gotta probably try and get over and start helping the other flank a little bit more. And, ooh, IS in the open, bang. It's a pretty decent clutch shot there. So I'll poke out again and see if I can spot anything over here. Well, maybe I won't. Maybe I'll just go into the church or something. It's right now that I can see that our guys really need help. But unfortunately, I either have to drive around the island to the left or go to the right, so I go back to the right. And I probably could have driven over the bridge, but I didn't want to let the T29 know where I was. So things are even now. It's 11-11. We still have an arty left, and they don't. So across the water, and I can see there's a Hellcat over there, and a T34, and a Super Pershing. So, yeah, things aren't fantastic. And I can see now that the T29 is still on full health, which kind of sucks. And I'm pretty confident that the KV4 is not going to stay alive by the time I get anywhere near close to where he is. So unfortunately, it looks like it's just going to be me versus the rest of the team with the AT7 and the Hummel. KV4 did a pretty valiant job here holding on. But unfortunately there, he just bit it. But at this point here, I was like, okay, I can either drive over there and fight two tanks at once, or I can just drop back here and at least keep the AT7 there as backup firepower. Because I can soak up some hits here, and the AT7's not short on armor either. So I just backed up into cover and decided to just wait for a little bit. So the AT7 on my team was right back here. And I just kind of sat here for a while. So on their team, they got their T29 and their T26 E4. They're Super Pershing. But the Super Pershing is pretty low on health. So I'll speed it up. And I actually waited here for a couple minutes just to see if they would try and rush us or something. And the AT7 didn't want to go for it, so I was like, okay, great. So that pretty much means that I have to go fight three tanks by myself because he's afraid of the other guy because I guess he could see his ranking or something. And he's not that high. He's like 56, 57%. Like, he's a good player, but he's not like fucking Jesus or something. So the T29 spotted our fella there. So at this point, I decided to pull up to the next house. You can see that the T29 was at 837 hit points. And I didn't have anything to shoot at, so I wasn't going to waste shells. I switched over my premium rounds just to make sure I penetrated, because there's no use doing this if you... And somehow the Super Pershing drowned himself. I don't know where he went. Maybe he tried to flank around us or something, but somehow he managed to drown himself. And yes, if I was the T29, I'd also be firing Golden 87 because he's not going to penetrate. So right now, I could see that the T29 had been hit after I'd shot him once in the turret there. So he tracked me, but I repaired, and I knew I could just finish him off. So I planted one into him. So then T29 secured. And now it was pretty much just try and find the Hellcat, because there's no way I'm going to be able to cap this thing out. Which was like, it's kind of sad that the game was going to end in a draw, because I'd done a pretty decent amount of damage. Secured 3 guys, killed the best player on their team, which was their T29. And the last place the Hellcat was spotted was somewhere over here, so I just tried to take a little bit of a roundabout route to see if I could flush him out. Because that Hellcat, if he was smart, he would have just hightailed it to like K7 and hid in the bush somewhere, and we never would have found him. So driving this way, I was just typing at this point, being like, oh crap, we're not going to find him. Like, I can't cap in time. And then, as I crossed the bridge here, I'm just like, holy cow, are you kidding? And he thought he was going to be able to sneak through the middle of the map. But I clipped him with an HE round in the side. And I'm going to reload in time no matter what here.
Enemy vehicle destroyed.
So I managed to take the Hellcat out at the end. And if he would have gotten away, if he would have repaired his tracks a little bit sooner, he might have been able to get away before I could have reloaded. Because there's pretty much no way in hell I was going to be able to chase him down. Or maybe the Hummel could have chased him down, but it was a pretty damn close game. And I'm just kind of happy that the Hellcat decided to... Maybe he was just suiciding or something. Maybe he wasn't, but he just drove out in the open, and that kind of let me be able to shoot him and kill him. So in that game, I ended up breaking about 3 people's turrets, the T43 and the IS. I broke both of their turrets. And this last Hellcat, I actually ammo racked him, killed his loader, I think, and broke his turret. Yeah, because the 2 HE rounds just hammered his tank. So ended up doing pretty good with the damage. I was close to 3,000, secured 4 kills, and didn't manage to get shot and killed by the Arty. And yeah, so held that flank pretty good. And even when the other flank kind of, I don't know, I thought they would have been able to do better with the amount of tanks they had there, because the enemy team didn't have that many tanks over there. But either way, ended up being a win, and I'll take ones like that anytime. Okay, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.